Good morning. I have my trial version of Home Designer Pro 2021 open. I created a simple box and created an overview and split the screens. Split the screens by using this command here, Shift F6, tile vertically. That's what that is. Okay. In order to get an architectural strip around of a structure, one way is I'm going to click on this screen and click on that wall and then press the shift key and then left click. I'm holding the shift key down while I select the other walls. I've got all four walls selected. Now in the edit toolbar, that's the edit toolbar here. I'm going to open those. You get a single dialog box for all four walls. You notice there's a wall covering tab. That's what I was suggesting that you look for and mess around with, see how it works. I'm going to click on Add New, left click, and I don't particularly care since this is just a demonstration. What sort of material? Let's put something weird on there. We'll put a photo on there. Yeah, there you go, an alligator. Okay, so I've assigned this wall covering to paint this across the space. Now I don't want it on the interior, I want it on the exterior. So you have to choose whether you want it on the inside or the outside. And then there's inputs here for how wide and tall. So you can see it right there. Now this is set up for vector view, so you can't see the alligator. You have to go to a different kind of render camera to see the alligator. But anyway, I'm going to make this 18 inches tall. And you can set how far from the bottom of the wall to the top. See, by default, it kind of puts it in the center. But you can adjust it by adjusting this value or this value. We'll click OK, and we'll see that. There we go. There's an alligator. Okay, that's one way to do it. Let's. I've still got these selected. I'm going to open again, and we'll pick a different material this time. We'll go to wall covering. Get rid of that and add new. Pick a different material. I'm going to go to siding, and we'll use vertical paneling. Yeah, just something that really will stand out. I'll make this, see, when I deleted it, it reverted to its default settings. So we'll make this 24 inches. Hit the tab key. Oh, and I have to tell it, see, it defaults to the inside, so you have to tell it if you want it on the outside. And there it is. See? That's one way to do it, and I think that's the most straightforward way to do it. Now I'm going to go over here to the wall covering tab and delete that. And this time we're going to go to cabinet tools and select the soffit tool and just stick a soffit over here. You'll see it show up there. I'm going to click on it and move it down. I'm going to open this dialog box. Excuse me. And we'll make it the depth, not 13 inches, but 1 inch. Well, let's make it 1/2 inch. And there's nothing wrong with the height. I'm going to go over and set the material on the materials tab. This time I'm just going to pick a color. It's brick red. And there's your architectural thing. This is a little bit more herky-jerky in that You have to manually size it and so forth. And you just have to figure out which one of these works best for your purpose. Now, in this one, I'm going to have to click here and then copy that soffit and then stick it over here. Now, of course, it has to be rotated manually. It should just bump into the wall. And then, of course, yeah, the wall covering is a lot easier and smoother to use. But this method also works. That's what Eric was talking about. There's a soffit. Excuse me. I'm going to delete those. And I'm going to go to, over here on the plan view side, I'm going to go to two-dimensional tools, box tools. I'm going to create a closed polyline with a box tool. And I'm going to click on it and make it 1/2 inch thick. And then I'm going to convert this in the edit toolbar. See, it's selected. And there's these commands are germane to what's selected. So I'm going to convert this to a slab. See, I can make it a countertop. I think a slab is more apropos here. Then you get a dialog box and say, where do you want to locate this? How thick do you want it? By thick in this case, the thickness in plan view, I set it at 1/2 inch. This thickness is talking about the height of the object. So let's make it 18 inches. And I don't want it below the ground, below the floor. So I'm going to set it at 54 inches above the floor. And there that object is. It's when you make a slab, it comes in defaulting to the material of concrete. You can change it to whatever you'd like. And see, there's my concrete band. And you can click on it in a camera view and move it and so forth. And then copy it. Hello. Oh, I need to get it in plan view. Copy it. Stick it over here. Might have to rotate it. Yeah, see, it's still copied in the same orientation as the original over here. So you just have to grab the rotate handle, that triangular thing there, and rotate it. Yeah, I like the wall covering tool best, but these also work. There's one more. I'm going to get rid of those. I'm going to use a different camera for this one. I'm going to use the elevation camera. So we can just see one wall. Now I'm going to go to cabinet tools again. And right there, custom backsplash. So if you really want to learn this software, you have to look at, you have to do things and then say, oh, what's that? How do you use that? Well, all right, I'm going to show you an easy way. I'm going to left click and drag a back custom backsplash. Select it, and I'm going to hit the F1 key. That's F1, Franklin 1. And that'll open the help files. And because I had selected a custom backsplash, oh look, it opens right to custom backsplashes. You can select any object, a window, door, roof plane, wall, and then hit F1, and then the help files will open to whatever category that you had, or category of object that you had selected. Quite useful. Now this thing here, this is very straightforward. I didn't pay much attention to the height. And I don't care, the material is just as long as it's different. Now I'm going to close this. Now see, that's on this edge. Let's go to a overview camera. And I'm going to, again, hit Shift F6. There we go. And we'll click here. There, I got it. Sometimes you have to click and then select, hit the tab key to make sure you have, I'm going to see, put it over here. Same thing like with a slab or with a other such symbol-like objects. There you go. So now this object, although it's overlapping here and here, it's not showing. It's just programmed to operate differently from, trying to click on that. I guess it'd be easier if I just, yeah. It's easier to do in a camera view. Okay, you get the idea. So the reason we were trying to get you to look is because this is rather complicated and you have to look in order to figure it out. If you're not willing to look, get your money back. If you're not willing to study and practice and figure this software out, get your money back while you're in the trial period. But the main thing is there's built-in help. I showed you the F1 thing. Here's the user's guide. If you haven't read that, you ought to read it. Here's the reference manual, where you can get extremely detailed information on how everything works in the software. It's over 2,000 pages, so I wouldn't recommend just reading it in a weekend, but use it when you need to use it. And then here's Home Talk. And I guess that's about it. Oh yeah, Launch Help F1, that's what I was talking about. And I hope this helps you, and whether it does or not, make it a great day. Thank you.